Today I want to talk about some attributes that makes a man. The first, I have a disclaimer that I realize there's so many things that makes a man who he is, and it is very subjective, and it comes down to not one reason but many. But some recent ones that I found to improve my life, I'm going to get right into. Now the first one is emotional strength, which we don't always think about when we talk about men. Maybe it's the older version of the strong silent type, where the assumption is they bottle their emotions until it comes out in a fit of rage or a fit of sadness. But the emotional man, or the man that has strength with his emotions, understands the values of control. For example, I've been trying to record this video. This is the third time that I've tried to record this video, and the damn street sweepers keep going up and down, like clearing out the dirt and the leaves on the road. That's driven me up a wall. But then I said, why am I letting it get to me? One aspect with this emotional control is understanding that things that are not in our control are obsolete. They are not important to us. And it is our mindset and our mental state that we control. An immature individual, which is younger, blows up in a fit of rage when he fails, when something doesn't go his way, when he tries over and over and over again, and he gets sad, angry, and controlled by those things. The emotional man that has strength in this avenue understands that it's all a control. And I've had a lot of stress in my life recently. Friends, school, social obligations. Times where I thought, in retrospect, why am I letting this get to me? Why am I ruining my mood when I've journaled so many times that I wish I was more happy, that I wish I could go back in time and put a smile on my face? And it is the changing of how you see things. You can spill milk and you can cry over it, or you can laugh that you made a mistake. It is the outlook that you have on reality that changes the way you are. So when you are in the fit of sadness, where you can always think about bad things, you change your perspective and you gratitude journal. You think of all your victories, all the funny times, the moments where you had glory. Or you put on your favorite song, you put on the Rocky theme song and you're ready to punch through walls. Or you put on your favorite song and it boosts your mood and you say, you know what? There's no reason to be this serious and pitiful in my emotions, and instead I'm gonna have strength. For example, those street sweepers are coming by again. That's not gonna stop me this time. Now I'm gonna pause the video and wait until these guys go. Alright, now that those have left, the second main point that I wanted to speak about was failure is the only means to victory. The successful man, if he's not gifted by a blessing to do something well, like there's people that are talented, the successful man is only where he is because of the failures that he's done. And the perspective change is understanding when you fail, it is only a learning experience, and we are students for life. We have to understand that we are never going to be good at something right away. Maybe you understand something quicker than other people. But when you build that business, when you try that adventure, when you record your first YouTube video, it's gonna suck. You're gonna talk to the first pretty lady and you're so nervous, you're shaking, you're scared, you fumble your words and you walk away like a doofus. And this is where it shows, this is where it filters out the men, is when you fail, you can either blow up, you can either get so sad and gloomy, or you can say, I've learned something, I'm going to try again because I have a new outlook and a new understanding on it. The reason why I'm so good in the gym, not only because I've been in there for so long, but I've spent so much time failing. It's the thing that grows the muscle, is the failure, the fatigue you get in your muscle. But it's because when I worked out for the first year, I didn't know that I had to train to failure. And then I wasn't good at bench pressing. I always hurt myself because I didn't have the great physique. So I learned, and then I bettered myself, and I got better. I sucked at speaking. I failed over and over again, fumbling over my words. And then I learned. That is the mentality you need to succeed in life. You go to a new class and you just don't get it right away. Maybe you're doing something really difficult and you understand that it's going to take a few weeks, maybe a month. And you'll look back and you think, all right, it actually wasn't so difficult. I understood from my failures and I had the key to success now. And for the third one is you need a mission in life. That's what really sets a man apart from a boy, is the mentality of, oh, I'm just going to enjoy life as much as possible. Like, I'm going to get that job that pays half decent. I'm going to spend it all on booze and cars and jewelry. And I'm going to enjoy myself. Now, this is not me discarding pleasure. I've recorded plenty of videos talking about it. But it is the mentality that you need a reason to get out of bed. You need a reason to conquer the day. And you see it in most influential men. You watch a movie, like Troy, for example. I haven't seen it, but I know the premise of it, goddammit. I read the book. He's on a mission. He's in war. He is a warrior. He is to fight and he is to die in battle. That is his destiny. That is the reason he lives. You think he's going to slack off? You think he's not going to wake up out of bed and not think about sharpening his sword? There's so many things in our life that discards our mental ability to focus on our mission. And you must understand that you have a purpose deep in your heart. It is covered by the distractions of instant gratifications, false purposes, implemented things that are by other people. And only when you find your purpose, which finding your purpose can be a big one, is then you have a mission. A man is one that understands the reason he lives, and he lives fully every single day towards it. He does not slack off, or he does not forget about it, for it is his reason to live. I picked a great day to record. So, the man that pursues life with everything he has is a man, in my opinion. Not the one that gets distracted, pulled away by friends, but instead says, I have a reason to live. I feel great when I pursue it, and I understand the responsibility I have now that I know the authentic self that I need to pursue it. It's something I can reflect on. I'm going to school. I'm working. I'm doing 10 other things. For a week straight, I didn't even think about YouTube. I didn't even think about the business I was building. And I thought, God damn, I feel like shit. No wonder, because I haven't been conquering life. I've been pulled across in multiple directions, and I haven't been able to help you all and help myself. So it takes responsibility as a man. Maybe you are a father and you live for your kids, or you're getting ready to live for your kids. That's a beautiful reason to wake up and pursue life. So you find the reason and you continue to pursue towards it. And this last one that I just wanted to throw in there for fun. Of course, I'm not a good example of it right now. I'm in a tracksuit and a hoodie. I believe your appearance / frame of life is one of the biggest things you have as an individual. And to go into that is I want you to go to your local supermarket, whether that's a Walmart, a Publix, a Safeway, etc. And you look around on how people dress, how people hold themselves. Do they look like they just got out of bed? I was there the other day, and yeah, I was dressed well. But I saw a lady in a full pajama Hello Kitty set, and other men in trainers and joggers and looking like bums. And I bring this topic up because it is a level of maturity that you have to understand, even though you might not be into fashion or have a great sense of it, is you hold yourself. The way you walk out of your door is the way people are going to perceive you. And some of the best opportunities and greatest people I've ever met is through the frame that I had. I truly believe it's the way that I walked, the way that I held myself, and the clothes that I had on. You get respected not because you're wearing a three-piece suit. Maybe you can wear something less, just like a nice fitted polo, jeans and some boots and a nice jacket. But it is truly the way you dress that opens doors, especially with the dating market. You know, your sexual value, or whatever these gurus say, is it's only going to improve. So you go out, and honestly, I feel great when I'm walking outside and I know I look good. That adds to my frame, that adds to my characteristic as a man. And I know that whoever I meet, woman or man, business opportunity or just conversation, it's going to be a play on myself, going out in my community and holding myself to the highest standard that I can be makes me feel amazing. And when I was a boy, I didn't care about that. You know, I would wear all black, put my head down, I'd be treated like a bum, and I would act like one. When I started dressing like a gentleman, started realizing the importance of my exterior look, my attire, it really changed my life. And it's something that's kind of hard to talk about. Like recently I shaved. I thought I was gonna go all winter without shaving. Kind of regret it, whatever. But I thought, dude, I look like shit. You know, I want the mustache. I want to dress well. And doing that has only improved my life. Because if you go out looking like a bum, you're only gonna attract bummish people. You go out there looking like a man, you're gonna attract some good people, men and women. So that's some things that I wanted to talk about today that hopefully can improve your life, because these are just some lessons I've learned recently that I continue to implement in my hardships, in my day-to-day life, so I can go out and be the best version of myself. If you don't know me, I'm Maxwell. I appreciate if you like and subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video.